Right, welcome back to another part in this repair or restoration of this GEC radio. What I'm going to do next is remove this Rexine from the backboard and repad it. I'm going to start off by doing that using the Mrs.'s hairdryer. Beautiful Nutra Heat one, which has seen plenty of action. And I'm going to slowly just heat this up. And then I've got an artist palette knife here, it's a very thin blade. I'm just going to very carefully go along and lift it all up until it starts to get stiff again, and then I'm going to apply more heat. Being very careful around these two screw holes where the catches for the back go on. So I've already done this bit. A little application of heat softens the glue right up. Well, as that's going to make loads of noise with Mr. Hairdryer here, I'm going to come back when I've done all this bit. Right, I've got the Rexine unglued. Let's have a look inside. I know this was foam padded. I thought it was, and I definitely know it was now. Everything there. Now that is going to cause a right old mess. So I need to take it outside. It's all broken down over the years. So I'm going to take that outside and give it a good clean with a stiff brush. And then we're back to being able to pad it. The application of heat really worked quite well actually. I should have done it on that Hacker Sovereign that I refoamed several months ago. If I'd have done that, it would have made my life a lot easier. You live and learn, don't you? Right, here we go. We're gonna refoam this GEC set backboard now. I've bought some cooker hood grease and carbon filter. It's about £6. Get quite a big lot of foam. I've already cut the foam strip out that I'm going to use, and we're going to repad it. Now I've got Evo stick impact adhesive here. I'm sure that's what it was stuck down with already. I've got clamps ready to use, and I've got a ruler here just to set the clamps down on. Now there was this bit of strip metal here which was covered in lacquer that I've scraped off and then cleaned, and the lacquer had gone all green and horrible. So I don't know why they lacquered that. They haven't lacquered these bits as far as I can see, but I say that bit had gone all mouldy sort of green colour. So that's attached by these bendy strip things here through the back here, so I've just removed that. What I think happens is this edge here isn't stuck down. I don't believe it might be. I don't know. I don't think it was stuck down. There's no glue residue on the back, and that slots down there and is held in place by this strip. So what I'm going to do, and this might be a bit of suck it and see, I think I'm going to glue this bit first. And I think, if I remember rightly, it goes like that. So I'm going to glue, this bit first, and then we'll put the sides on afterwards. what I might do is, while this is setting up, just review which way around this goes actually. Now I'm just gonna leave that to set up for a bit, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, here we go. This has all been glued up. Let's get that out of the way and that out of the way. I'll move this forward. The foam's sort of where it should be. Sorry if I just knocked the camera. Now we're going to line all this up. Right, wants to come that way a little bit. I'm trying to line the screw holes up. That's about right. There. And that goes there. Yep. And then, sorry if I lose the pictures of me doing this. I can't see the viewfinder. I can now. There, so it is in shot still, or in frame still. And this impact adhesive is quite good. It'll just stay there. There we go. And then that metal strip. Actually, I don't think there's any real need to even clamp this, but let's just pull that bit down. There's a little bit over on this side that I haven't got quite right. So let's pull that down. Screw holes are correct. Yep, those screw holes are correct. There. Pretty good. Well, that was quick. I'm just going to put a couple of clamps on here just for a bit, just to hold it in place. Just for an hour or two till it settles down. There. Then we'll have another look, and that would be why this strip was a little bit loose actually. And that strip goes, I guess, somewhere in there and holds the Rexine down. Like so. Good. Well, I'm going to let this set up for an hour or so, and then we'll come back and I'll run a hairdryer over it as well, just to get rid of any imperfections. Oh, I can't really see any at the moment. What I'm going to do is get on with cleaning the front of the radio here, making this bit all nice. Right, here's some of the products I use for cleaning. We've got Cherry Blossom Shoe Scuff Cover, give the Rexine a coat of that. We've got lighter fluid, just for cleaning off any grease or hard marks. We've got glass cleaner for cleaning the dial plate without scratching it, and we've got some vinyl and rubber I'll start again, Vinyl and Rubber Cow by Auto Glim. Now this will put a nice sheen on the Rexine and also on the dial glass. It's I think it's about £7 and I've used it pretty much since I started fixing radios. Cleaning, we've got microfiber cloths, we've got Autosol metal polish, we've got toothbrushes, we've got a dentures brush, very useful because these are stiffer than your normal toothbrush, and they've got this bit on the end here which is good for getting in corners and stuff, and it's quite firm. I bought several of these. My artist palette knife, that's good for getting off these paint spots here. And I've got a scalpel as well for any real hard things. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is get the old glass cleaner and just give it a wipe over and get any nasty spots of dirt. I'll leave the knobs on for the moment. Just going to get the worst of these, or sorry, any little paint spots that are round. I'm not going to put any form of metal polish or anything on this section here, and if I do it'll be with like a Q-tip, because once these are gone you can't replace them easily. Yeah, there's a lot of fingerprints around here. Let's give this chrome strip a quick wipe over. I don't know how interesting watching me clean this radio is going to be. Right, this is someone's had this radio while they've been painting the ceiling or something, and it's emulsion paint, and once you get it slightly damp with this glass cleaner, it soon comes off, and it's all starting to come off now that I've got it a little bit damp. Undoubtedly there'll be a few of the bigger spots that will remain, and what they usually do is, because they'll sometimes remain there but move to another position because they're so tight to the surface of the dial that they just go and stick somewhere else. Right, that's got rid of pretty much all the paint spots. Odd one or two. There we go. I'll turn it around the light. Ah, there's another one there. There you go. You can feel them come off under your fingernail. And they're also on this wood as well. Give that another wipe down. What I shall do is I shall put the knobs in my ultrasonic cleaner. And the wood might take a little bit more work because it's quite a, you know, it's quite a close grain wood. It's one of those woods where there's little gaps and the paint will sit in them. It's really quite bad down here actually. Someone's furniture must have got absolutely covered. Any of the real deep-seated ones I can ping off with the tip of my scalpel. Yeah, now they're wet, they're just coming off. I've got quite a good going over with the old paint, this one. Look at that. Luckily the grill cloth hasn't been spotted up, so quite grateful for that, otherwise that'd have to come out or give it a good but gentle soak with that glass cleaner on the end of a toothbrush. I don't fancy removing the grill cloth. This is absolutely covered. Worse than I thought, actually. Right, that's got as you move it and then you spot another couple. Which you probably can't see on camera because they're so small. Like little pin pricks. Couple there. Luckily I don't think the top's got too much paint on it. Oh, it's come up under that, all that dirt. That looks really good. I'll take these aerials out and polish those up very carefully. Okay, so I bend them. It's in pretty good condition under the dirt. Right. Sometimes if it's really bad I'll use some foaming cleaner. But I've actually run out and my local electric store hasn't actually got any left. So I might have to find another source for it. There. Yep, I just turned it and just spotted more in this corner here. Right, so that's that for now. Any more I'm going to have to wait until this dries a little bit and then pick them off. It's quite often my favourite part actually of restoring old radios, is just making them look nice, getting them back to the way they once were. Yep, now it's started to dry off a little bit. I can see loads more. Right, I'm going to be doing this for a few more minutes, I guess. That's pretty boring watching, I guess. So I shall come back in a minute when I've done all the paint spot removal. Right, it's got most of the paint spots off. I say most because every time I move the radio slightly I see another one. Right, what I'm going to do now is just get in here and get all the dust out of these little grill vents. It's actually not too dirty in there. Do then is get a Q-tip, flatten it down, give it a soak, flatten it down again, and just get all the dust out of these vents, all the dirt. There, if you can see that. Now, because this wood is quite, I don't know what the word for it is, fibrousy around the edges, I'm leaving loads of bits of cotton. But I am getting quite a bit of dirt off. Being careful not to push too far that way, of course, because I don't want to push through the grill into the speaker. So I'm just, as well as sort of pressing quite hard, I'm also being quite careful, if that makes any sense. I think it's actually a plastic mesh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, let's just go over it again quickly. Yeah, see, there's a bit of wood just splintered off then. Be very careful. Yeah. That to one side, not about to glue that back on. If not, a little bit of scratch cover and no one will ever know. Right, let's get in the corners here. Blech. Right. Pull these knobs off. Right, let's give this dial face a little spritz with vinyl cleaner. Oh, there's another little spot there, paint spot. There. You can see that's starting to look a bit more gleamy. Good. That's that. Now we're going to get some chrome polish. this might take some elbow grease actually, because it's quite spotted. I think it's actually gone through the chrome, but I shall spend 10-15 minutes doing this, and we'll see what it comes up like. Right, so I've polished up this chrome trim here, and as you can see it's come up really well. I still think there's slight pitting on it that you probably can't see on the camera. Maybe not. And I think you know, maybe in another few years the copper plate that's underneath the chrome, that'll start lifting through again. But I certainly got the worst of the marring off. So the next thing to do is these aerials. I haven't cleaned the top of the radio yet. Let's just reposition the camera upwards. There we go. I just need to clean these aerial mounts here. That's going to be quite easy. The aerials themselves, I've just extended them and they're pretty clean. So I'm just going to give the top here a polish with some chrome cleaner. And they've started to come up. I haven't cleaned this bit of the Rexine yet, because I say I've got these to clean yet, and that's all going to get all sort of white paste on it. What I am going to do is get a Q-tip and just apply the paste around here, polishing it using a Q-tip, and that's coming up quite nicely, I can see already. Yep, very nice. Yep, that's brought all the grime, certainly brought all the grime off top of the aerials. Right, and now while it's on its side like this, I'm gonna give it a squirt of cleaner, glass cleaner. I would use foaming cleaner normally. Just give it a spritz and get the worst of this grime off. I think most of it actually just looks like dust, but it's certainly, you know, built up around the edges here. Alright, let's see how dirty that was. Not too bad at all. Yeah, a little bit grimy here and there. let that dry off a little bit. And now I'm going to give it a spritz of this vinyl cleaner, which is essentially what this is. So I'm going to spray some in my cloth and then give it a wipe over. Okay, and that is now looking better than new. So, do the front here. Just found another spot of white paint on top of the grill here. Sorry, on top of the push buttons here. Let's reposition the camera. That's always handy when you think you're finished. Right, so that's a lot of the polishing done. Oh, it's falling underneath. So let's have a look at this backboard. So there's the backboard. Pretty good. I'm now going to put this chrome trim back in and then we'll clean this Rexine on this. This might be a bit fiddly to film actually, so I'll come back in a minute. Right, I've got the backboard back together, the foam and that. Yes, it was a bit fiddly. I don't think I had to get loads of tools out to hammer these down and things. That one still wasn't down properly. Let's get a bit of weight to it. That's it. There, so that came out pretty good. Just going to clean it now, and same again, just going to get it wet. Especially if it was in camera shot. Hang on. There we go, sorry. Few spots of white paint on here. In fact, there's a lot of white spots of paint on here. Now the dirt's coming off, I can see. Right. See how dirty that was again. Yeah. few little white spots, and they're dug into the sort of like the I don't know what you call it, the sort of gaps in between the leather effect. Just scratch the tops of these and it should come off. I actually had a really bad radio once that was absolutely covered in these on the leather cloth, and I actually ended up looking underneath the microscope, and not a microscope, sorry, a loop, one of these is an 8x lens, and just rather like a forensic scientist trying to get all the white paint off. You know, they work under a microscope when they're looking at bones and things, and that's what I was doing. It's a nice collection of them here. So, got that one. One more there. Nope. Scalpel again. Gone. Bit of fluff. Right, let's just clean this, excuse me, clean this bit here. Couple little dents in the map here, but nothing I can do about that. A couple little marks on the actual map itself. There's a little sort of battle scar there, and another one here, and a big scar across Denver and California there. Sorry, Colorado and California and Nevada probably there as well, and a little scratch across Burma, or whatever it's called these days. Myanmar, is it? Yeah. It's better. Right, let's give it a quick blitz of magic spray. Okay. There's my thumbprint in there, so that'll pop out. I might actually give that a quick going over with a hairdryer just to warm it up so it settles back down again. Notice it was where I'd put the ruler across so the clamp didn't mar this. That's sort of raised out now, and I guess that's my thumbprint there, what I was holding it a minute ago. Just see it just there. But yeah, happy about that. It's the inside. I think these are steel rather than chromed, these side strips. This one's definitely chrome, these are steel. Stainless steel by the look of it. So that's the back of that done. Next is the handle and the knobs. So that's all looking good. Does it still work though? course it does. And what I'm going to do is put some wood scratch cover on here. This is not teak. I think this is a stained white wood. Certainly isn't teak. And I've just spotted another white paint spot just there. I'll probably have to go over this a couple of times actually. There it comes. There we go. I have to go over this a couple of times, just getting spots off radios. The next thing is one of my favourite things. That's putting these knobs in the ultrasonic bath, which is always good fun.
Alongside Jonathan Thurston, both absolute greats of the NRL. We don't see enough of them on these shows, and they've lit this competition alive. It's been fantastic to watch them, and they'll be involved in the World Cup next year, possibly for the last time for Australia, so they'll be wanting to leave a lasting memory here at Anfield, and I'm
Right, this is the last video I'm shooting for this radio, or last section of video. I've finished the set now. I've put some scratch cover on the wood just to hide any remaining scratches, and a little ding I put in the wood there when I was cleaning it. It snagged on a little splinter and pulled it off. The set's looking very, very nice now. Let's just flip it around and have a look at the back. And there's the repadded bit that I repadded. Yeah, well done, Andrew. Right, so that's that. The maps come up quite nicely, and those ear socket, tape socket things came up quite well. They were actually copper by the look of it. So yeah, very pleased with this radio in itself. For a shortwave set, you know, it's got all the bands on it, and it's got band spread on it. It's got some really annoying things that if they'd have thought about it, you know, and put a couple more components in, it would have been an even better radio. There's no long wire connection for the shortwave aerial, so all you've got to receive shortwave is this antenna. So you've got all these lovely features like band spread, and it's pretty useless, you know. I mean, it works, but with a long wire it would have been even better. The tuning's not really geared, it's direct drive, which is okay on the band spread, but not on any of the other shortwave bands. The FM aerial's none tilting, so you can't get the best reception on FM. You know, there's little things that if they'd have put their minds to it, and as I say, spent a few more pennies on it, it would have been a really super radio. However, it does sound really, really nice, and it is ever so loud. Yeah, so I quite like it. Quite like it. Not the easiest to work on inside, because it's you know, the way it's constructed, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed me bringing this one back to the world of clean radios. So it was working from day one, I didn't have to do a lot, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for staying with me through this one.